Obviously not what the goal was, but can you reflect on the tournament and at least just the way you wrestled first?
I thought coming into this tournament, I was the most prepared I've ever been. So looking right now, it's frustrating. But I came here, I woke up this morning and I was nervous. I didn't eat really, couldn't really eat breakfast. I got to reevaluate what that issue is. I want to wrestle for the next 4 years. Olympic medal, another gold medal is my dream. So I know I'm nowhere near my best. I think that 86 kilos is the best place for me. I feel great, my body feels good. When I'm wrestling awesome. I think this morning I wrestled really tight. I reflected my performance, and that's tough. And I got to sit with that for the next 4 years. But I was able to fight back and get third. I wrestled some pretty good guys on the backside and wrestled better than I've wrestled against those guys in the past. So if there's a good thing to take away, it's that. I'm fighting back through. That's really hard. The last couple of years, right there, right on the cusp of having to fight back these medal matches is it's very difficult. But you want to end on a good note, and still I think these guys never want to wrestle me again. So that's what my philosophy has been since I was a kid. And I kind of came back off losing the semis and pretty upset. I was talking to coaches, and they're just who are you? Who's David Taylor? And I'm a guy who wrestles and makes guys not want to wrestle me. So that's what I got to make sure I do against the best competition. So that's kind of where I'm at. I guess that's where my head's at.
Are you fully grown into 86?
No,
Yep.
I'm not. It's a jump, and I think you can reflect, and your muscle endurance is the biggest thing. In December, my muscle endurance wasn't very good. I weighed 195 pounds, but I didn't feel good. I didn't trust it. I weigh the same weight now. I'm leaner. My muscle endurance is great. I can wrestle like I could when I was at regular weight class. I've wrestled my whole life. But I'm still not done. I think I'll continue to be bigger. 205, 210, I don't think is out of the question for me. So I think I'm growing to being a real good size 86 kilo guy for the next quad. But just being super dedicated. I've been dedicated to wrestling my whole life, but the dedication to go up a weight class is, it's as hard as it is to go down a weight class. So, eating, I gotta think, my fiance, she's amazing. She wakes up 15 minutes for me every morning and makes me a big breakfast, makes me lunch. I wouldn't be able to do this without her, that's for sure. It's easy to say, man, I'm not really that hungry right now, and you skip a meal or something, but she's right there and always reminding me, why I'm doing this and stuff. So it's awesome. She's so supportive, but I don't think that I'm done growing by any means. I'm gonna continue to get bigger and stronger. And I know that my wrestling isn't as good as it can be right now. I know I can get better. It's just, I made the decision to go up, and after I wrestled in Armenia this summer, that was in July. I wrestled in December. I knew that was important. My weight became so important that it's kind of hard to get better wrestling at the same time. From December till now, I was able to focus on just kind of the wrestling portion of it. But now I got time to figure out what's next, but really focus on wrestling and the weight gaining and really gradually improve in all areas. And that's really that's the exciting part. Knowing that I'm not at my best, but not being at my best is very frustrating.
Compare this to 4 years ago, same tournament.
4 years ago, I was sick. I wasn't sick. My body, it was sickening the way I performed. I just came off winning my first national championship, and I thought I was untouchable. I came in this thinking I can win this. Just like I think you can ask a lot of college guys, came off winning national championship. It's sort of hard to rebound after that, and I wasn't mentally or physically ready for that weight for 74, and that was 4 years ago. So that's just how much my body has grown in the last 4 years. But I stepped in here and I wasn't ready to compete. That was a big eye-opener for me, and it really gave me perspective on where to go forward. And 4 years later, I still got a lot of improvement to do. But I'm right in the mix to do what I want to do. It's just making sure I be decisive in what I'm doing and get it done. And luckily, I have a lot of years left in my body. So that's well, 4 years ago, I was bad. Probably one of the worst tournaments of my life. Coming off this tournament, lost in the semis, and right in frustrating match, and come back through and get third, beating 2 world team members on the backside. So I mean, there's some good things to look forward to going forward.
Moving forward, or maybe up to this point, I don't know. Has there been or will there be, focus on cracking that nut? That's Kyle Dakin. It's like it's the one. It's everybody else you did.
Yeah, I mean it's he's the guy. I mean, in my career I've beaten a lot of good guys. I've beaten great guys. In the world level at 74, I mean, I beat a lot of those guys that were medalists. Right in the mix. So I mean, I know I'm right where I need to be, but when it comes to wrestling Kyle, there's something there when I compete. So it's figuring that out. There's no doubt about it. I know he's not going anywhere. I know he's competitive and he wants to achieve his dream. And nothing against all the other 6 guys. I think last year, I think we both knew we were going to 86 before we knew what we were doing, And we both went up for the purpose of trying to achieve our goals. So if he's in the finals, he's got a chance to do that tonight. I mean, I wish him luck. I think he can represent our country and win a medal. He's a phenomenal wrestler. He just never stops wrestling. That's what makes him so good. He's never out of it. He always finds a way. So, and that's he's the guy. It's like a hump, like a hurdle for me. And that's something that, in order to achieve my goals, I gotta go over that hurdle. And I know I can do it, and every time I come off the mat, it's like, dang, it's right there. So, but our matches are exciting for the fans. They're definitely exciting for both of us. I mean, he motivates me. There's days I don't feel great. He's definitely the guy that, back in my mind, I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta figure out what I'm doing today. And I don't know how he feels about it, but yeah, no doubt about it. But there's a lot of other great guys. I mean, Jaden Cox, obviously, and I think there's a lot of questions that if he can make the weight and recover, and he did. He's going to be huge tonight. So, over the next 4 years, he's going to be a guy that we're going to have to wrestle. In addition to all these guys, it's an Olympic cycle. There's going to be a turnaround. There's going to be guys that are going to be done. There's going to be new guys coming in. Me and Kyle were the young guys 4 years ago. We're going to be the older guys in the next cycle. But Jaden's a young kid. I don't know what he is. He's a beast, but he's going to be obviously in there, and there's going to be more guys, no doubt about it. Morgan McIntosh is going to be in the mix. He's a great training partner for me.